say that again. So the next step, we're going to integrate a map onto the individual page so that we can actually show the person's hometown. So the first thing, we need to figure out what mapping library to use, right? I have one that I've used before. I've tried a couple. Vue Leaflet, I had a really hard time getting the map to render within the bounds. All the tiles were correct, but like the tiles were spread all across the page. And I spent probably like 3 hours messing with it about a month ago and was like, I'm gonna check out a different library. This is taking a really long time just to get a map to render. So I found one called Vue 2 Google Maps. I'm thinking about this also. The thing about this library is that you have to have like a Google developer account to get it to work. And so you need to have some sort of API key that you hide on your front end so that you can like basically have access to the Google Maps API. So let's look into that real quick. npm vue to Google Maps. Let's see what we get. It is also not currently being kept up too much. Last published was 15 days ago, which is not bad. There's 225 open issues and 5 pull requests. Also, not great, but not bad either. That means that people are still using it, and the 15 days ago published means that it's still kind of being maintained at least. So let's see. npm install Vue 2 Google Maps. Just download this JS file and include HTML. We don't want to do that. So this is kind of what the what it all looks like. That's like what the component would look like. And then you, in your main JS, actually, here, let me blow this up a little bit. Can y'all see it in the back? You just import it. Import everything out of Google Maps and then tell it to use that. Here is the thing, here's the key. Right, you have to have an API token. So what I want y'all to do is spend, I'm gonna give you maybe 10 minutes. I think that might be a little much, but also maybe not, to kind of try to create a Google developer account so that we can get an API key so that we can use this library. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to figure mine out, which means that I need to stop capturing the display. So I'm kind of going over to Google Developers. It's I've got my Google account logged in. Developer programs, products, maps. Ooh, I have a console. Nifty. This is where I want to be. So this actually might be a huge pain in the ass. I think that you need to create like a new project, maybe. So let's see if I can just go through this from scratch. Right, so I went up to these 3 dots originally, and then went to my console. And then I am making a new project, and I got to that. How did I get to that? APIs. the same thing kind of with Google and Amazon. There's like so many services and so many places to go to find stuff that it can be very difficult. So I'm gonna go to overview and see, oh, here they are. So right next to where it says Google Cloud Platform right here, I have this, which shows me projects. So I'm gonna, can you all find that? Is that accessible? Okay.
That gets started. Where did you get your?
So this I found. Let's see, how far back can I go? So developers.google.com. This is kind of where I started. I clicked this. Change high contrast setting. I don't care about that. Okay. I think I went to like products, maps. And then if you went to get started, that's not a bad place to go. So let's say maps. Continue. I guess I can share my screen for this as well. I just don't want any